car talk. I'm not sure what episode this is. It's like 30, maybe 40, like 41, something like that. So I'm back in full swing. Had, I think, 3 episodes this week, which isn't too bad. I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of how successful it's been. I just hit 60 subscribers, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Tristan, for being my 60th subscriber. Surprise, shouted you out. Let's see. So, a couple things come to my mind for this video. Number one, some of you might be wondering, I've explained this before, but like why I choose to film in my car rather than, you know, some kind of studio. Well, I don't have an office, I don't have a desktop, I don't even have really a PC with a mic. I don't have a good setup, right? I don't have a good, I don't have a good setup. I just have this little $500 laptop. Well, now it's really more like $200, which I guess could work, but it's slow and the storage would fill up really fast. Anyway, that's one reason. And another reason is just for privacy. My car is the one place in my entire life that I can go and just be completely by myself, right? When I'm in my bedroom, yeah, I kind of am by myself, but I have thin walls. I've got a brother and his fiance right next to me, then another brother right across the hall, got my parents upstairs, right? There's a lot of people in that house, and they'd be able to overhear me. They might interrupt me. I've got 2 dogs. Well, I have 1 dog now. One of them died. I have 1 dog and 2 cats. And in my house, it's usually pretty loud. I like the car. I just like the car. I think it's a great place to film. I also have free music. I turn on the radio, which I kind of play in the background, which is kind of nice. So I don't have to find some audio from some other place for some background music. So there's a couple of reasons. Another thing I wanted to talk about, one of my videos got 117 views. That may seem insignificant to a lot of people if you consider how big a lot of channels are. Obviously, like PewDiePie has 110 million subscribers, right? There are a lot of people on YouTube who get an average of like 10 to 15 million views per video. So 110 people doesn't seem like a lot. 117 people really doesn't. But then you consider, right? Look at your average high school auditorium. How many people do you think fit in there? Maybe 300-400, right? So right there, that's a quarter of an entire auditorium looking at you and watching your. Some of them are complete strangers. In fact, most of the people in this video, like 90% of the audience of this particular video, are not subscribers, and they're just random strangers, right? Because I decided to talk about some controversial. I don't know why it's so controversial to say, hey, I prefer the Intellivision Amico over the Atari VCS. This is like PlayStation versus Xbox, but on a way, way smaller scale because these consoles aren't as well known. But damn, a lot of people on the VCS side are very, very hateful. Just like the PlayStation and Xbox debate, you see a lot of people on both sides who really, really hate each other and really, really hate the opposing console for some reason. Just because I prefer the just because I prefer the Intellivision Amico to the Atari VCS doesn't mean I hate the Atari VCS, right? Just because I grew up with PlayStation and I've always preferred PlayStation to Xbox doesn't mean I have anything against Xbox. That's the next thing I wanted to talk about, the PS5 versus the Xbox Series X. Well, which one are you buying? Let me know in the comments. Because, personally, I've said PS5, then I've thought maybe I should get the Series X instead. Now I'm back leaning over toward PS5 again. The thing is, both systems have their benefits, right? With Xbox, it's maximum power, right? They are the most powerful console. So if all you're gonna play is third-party games, Xbox is the way to go. When it comes to first-party games, well, they're really about equal, to be honest. Both have some great selections of exclusives. The PS5 obviously has Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Destruction All-Stars, Godfall, and really just a ton of others. The Series X has upcoming quite a few, but don't really have any first-party games at launch. Halo Infinite was supposed to be their flagship first-party game at launch. And it's really unfortunate that Halo Infinite was delayed, because Halo Infinite would have been the first time Xbox has launched with a Halo game since the first Xbox launched in 2001. And Halo is and always has been Microsoft's flagship game, their flagship series. So, I'm not gonna lie, I understand why they delayed it, right? It really didn't look that great. Halo Infinite did not look like a Series X game, or even an Xbox One game for that matter. Halo Infinite looked like it could have launched with Xbox 360 in 2005. Open world games did exist in 2005, just because Halo wasn't, right? It really was not graphically or visually impressive at all. So, it was a really good decision for 343 in the long run to delay Halo Infinite so they can finish it up, patch it up, make it look better. And I think create a product that more consumers will be happy with. Right? And that brings me to another point about the Xbox, really. It's not so much about hardware sales for Microsoft, right? With Microsoft, it's really more games and services. With Game Pass, they're putting a very, very large percentage of their first-party exclusives on Game Pass, and they have some awesome AAA games on Game Pass as well, like Red Dead Redemption 2, for example. And with PlayStation, it's mostly older first-party titles, and, well, older titles in general. There aren't a ton of AAA PS4 games on PlayStation now, so ultimately there's a reason that Game Pass has 9 times as many subscribers as PS Now. And Game Pass is going to continue to grow. I'm super hyped for Project xCloud. The full version is officially going to be released next month for Android, not for iOS. But as you know, I film on a Galaxy S10e, which can more than easily handle Game Pass, so I'm very excited to try Forza. I'm very excited to try Halo, Gears of War. And this will actually be my very first time playing a lot of these first-party Xbox games. So, you know, I really love Phil Spencer's strategy. He's earning big money off of services and games rather than focusing exclusively on hardware sales. The Series X console is just a bonus because it's incredibly powerful and it will look great on your TV. I love the opportunity to experience these AAA games on my phone for just $15 a month. And another thing is, Xbox, actually I think last year or a couple years ago, rolled out a payment program bundled with Xbox Live Gold for a console through like Best Buy and Amazon, so you don't have to pay the $400, $500 up front for the console. You pay $25 a month, and you get, so it's $20 a month for an Xbox One S for 18 months, or it's $25 a month for an Xbox One X for 18 months. It's 24 months, and then after 18 months you can qualify for an upgrade to Series X. But there's a good chance that Series X will also launch with this feature, and it'll probably be around $35 a month for 24 months, you know. So I think ultimately that's going to be a huge seller for the Series X in a time where a lot of people aren't financially stable, where they can make monthly payments on this video game console, low monthly payments, low flat rate interest-free monthly payments, rather kind of like a normal subscription service for half the price of cable TV, rather than having to pay $500, $600, possibly even $700 up front for the console. I love this idea, and I think this idea is going to sell extremely well. So honestly, I'm torn, because obviously Sony is very, very focused on hardware sales. They've announced so far 9 full exclusives. A full exclusive is a game available on one platform, and that platform exclusively. They've announced, I believe, 12 platform exclusives. Platform exclusive is a game, so it'd be on like the PS4 and the PS5, but not like the Xbox or PC. And then they've announced dozens of console exclusives. Console exclusives are games that are on a specific console or line of consoles, as well as PC. Xbox, for example, has tons of console exclusives, but 0 platform exclusives and 0 full exclusives, because Microsoft doesn't believe in that. Xbox is, again, more of a service than it is a platform, right? So there's benefits to both. I think ultimately it doesn't really matter which one you buy, because both are incredible. Both will offer an incredible experience. I think honestly, if xCloud, if I like it enough, I'll probably buy the Series X first. But at the same time, I really, really want to get my hands on that DualSense controller, so I might buy the PS5 first. I'm torn. Honestly, let me know in the comments which one you're buying first. Let me know why. And then maybe you can convince me as for which one I should buy first. Again, I've always been a PlayStation guy. This is my first time considering Xbox. And another awesome thing about the Series X is that it is going to be 100% backwards compatible with the entire Xbox One library. So you can play all your Xbox One games on the Xbox Series X, and the experience will be amplified. You'll get higher resolution and higher frame rate. It will be optimized for the better console. Not only that, but it will also be backwards compatible with a number of Xbox 360 as well as original Xbox games. So as someone who has never played Xbox before, or who has never owned an Xbox before, I've gamed on Xbox One and Xbox 360 of my friends plenty of times. But someone who's never owned an Xbox before, to have hundreds of exclusive titles from the past 15 years at my fingertips right at launch, that is a huge selling point for me. I hate how the PS4 wasn't backwards compatible at all. But I understand why too. Like the PS3's hardware, specifically the internal cell processor, was very, very difficult for Sony to work with. As much as Ken Kutarami loved the PS3, the original PS3 model was kind of a mistake. The hardware is very different from anything else on the market today, as well as anything else on the market at the time, so it's very hard to synchronize with. It costs a lot of money. Anyway, sorry, I'm just rambling at this point. It's been more than 15 minutes. I think I'm going to conclude there. Let me know again which one you're going to buy in the comments. Please like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for 60 subs. Share around. Help me out. Share this video with your friends who you think may be interested. And have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, fulfill all your wishes. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. And then you would get more and more adventurous. And you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.